Welcome, everyone, to a special edition of Tuesdays with TJ, episode 39. And no, this will not be an NFL podcast, but a very special podcast. We're going to do our spoiler review, major spoiler review of Deadpool and Wolverine. Stay tuned right here. This is Tuesdays with TJ.
This is Uneducated Sports Talk. Stay smart, stay uneducated.
Welcome all sports fans, everyone across the nation, not just sports fans, but if you represent whatever you represent, what is up, what is good? This is your host, Carlos Clayton, and to my right, the main man of the evening, Mr. TJ Tracy. What's up, TJ?
I am doing well, everybody. Well, actually, I said that. England is suffering a bit of a heat wave, so it's been a bit hot and sticky today, but apart from that, doing well. How about you?
First of all, what is your hot and sticky?
So today hit the hottest day of the year, and I think in Fahrenheit it came to 96.7.
Ooh, that is hot.
Yeah, very hot.
that is hot. Yo, 96.7. Yo, we over here are just a regular 95 degree day. You know, we're 97 degrees. No, that's regular. It's hot AF. Yeah.
So our hottest day of the year is your casual day of the year.
Yeah, it's our casual day, right? Casual day of just being sticky, icky, bro. I can't stand it, man. Jeez.
True, but we are no aircon pretty much in this country, so you just have to bask in it and just hope for some sort of...
Well, if England's going through that kind of, heat wave, I can only imagine down south United States, So... But y'all, welcome to episode 39 of Tuesdays with TJ. It's a very special episode. Today, we're going to focus daily on spoilers. That's right, y'all, on our top right. Major spoilers, you guys, for Deadpool and Wolverine. Movie came out this past Thursday. It has been on fire. The box office has been killing it. $205 million. Opening weekend, one of the highest rated R movies of all time for opening weekend. It was crazy how it went down, man. Can Marvel change their graces now because of this movie? We'll break all that down and a lot more coming your way. But first, TJ, how's life treating you, man?
Yeah, doing well. Working hard, but grinding away. But yeah, like I said, just trying to beat the heat.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you'll get down to a smooth 80, 85 pretty soon.
Can it come quick, please?
Yeah. It's a stay your ass in the house.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Stay your ass in the house. All right. Quick thoughts on this movie. I'll go first, man. Deadpool and Wolverine is basically the reboot of the MCU, trying to get it back on track. Ever since Infinity War / Endgame, they've been kind of snowballing when it comes down to fanfare of their movies, and it just hasn't been well. Not a lot of good responses. Well, Kevin Feige, CEO of MCU, he says, I want to go ahead and change things up. And, we got Tom Grossi in the building. What's up, Tom Grossi? Sean Love, man. He says, I loved it. Yes, sir. Yo, the Godfather, Tom Grossi's in the building, man. Sean Love. Much love to you, bro. What is up, Tom? Always good to see you, my guy. But, Tom Rossi, y'all. My heart just jumped for a second. I hadn't seen Tom in a while, man. Tom's been cooling and doing his own thing. And shout out to Tom Ross for all the love and fanfare he's been getting over the last, couple of years now. Dude's amazing, bro. But yeah, as far as the movie goes, we're doing great, Tom. Appreciate it, brother. Yes, sir. That's my dude.
Really great. Thank you.
Let's get it. But MCU trying to change their favor now, right? So You bring in the one guy that we all thought would never, ever, ever, ever happen when it comes to MCU, which is Disney. Deadpool. We need you. And they said it in the trailer. This isn't a spoiler. He called himself Marvel Jesus, right? Because I'm going to go ahead and take away your sins for you pretty much. I'm going to reap it all in, and I'll be that guy to save the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that was awesome. As far as, I enjoyed the movie, by the way. We'll get into ratings later on, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was awesome, and from start to finish, it was great. One thing about this movie is you don't have to be a Marvel fan or MCU fan from day one. I took my dad of the year. I took my 14-year-old daughter to watch this, but she's old enough to be and very mature enough to watch these movies now. So it's her first time, but she hadn't seen 1 or 2 Deadpool. She's barely watched any MCU movies, but she thoroughly enjoyed the movie, because she had no clue what was going on and she didn't need to. So if you want to watch this and you say, oh, well, do I have to watch Deadpool 1 and 2? Not really. There's a few things in there, that's going to shape up to see if Deadpool 3, which is Deadpool and Wolverine, does that match up with 1 and 2? Not really. You don't have to be invested into the MCU to enjoy this movie. As a action comedy, which it is, and it has a lot of both, and I thought from start to finish it was awesome, man. What about you?
I loved it. It was such a sort of love letter to Fox, and it does it so well with the cameos it does have, because of course it's going to have cameos. It's a Deadpool movie. It handles it so well that it doesn't just point and laugh like it could. Like the Fox universe has died. It's brought by Disney. It got Infinity snapped straight out of the existence. But instead of pointing and laughing and say, haha, we all sucked, it handled each character so well. It looked after them, and it just sort of showed that it was just fun. Like, I know a lot of people dislike it because of plot reasons and all that, but when you're going to a Deadpool movie, you're just going for fun, aren't you? The jokes, right, the action, and all that. And it delivered from literally the first frame of the first scene, like straight away, just like, oh, we're in for a good time. And it
certainly was. Well, hell, let's dive right into it, y'all. From now on, y'all, major spoilers. So if you have not watched this movie and you don't want to be spoiled, don't be here. Go back. But come back and watch this after you watch the movie if you want the major spoilers, right? So please, please, I'm begging you, do not come in here if you don't want to be spoiled, right? So here we go, man. Let's start off with the opening scene. Go ahead.
Precisely, I was going to say, they said the entire running up to this movie, they weren't going to touch Logan. Logan's its own thing. Like, they're going to leave it be. Well, that was just a lie from opening, right?
Right.
Right, just straight up. No, we are just going to take the mickey out of it and start with the end of Logan, which I didn't suspect, and had such a great sequence of good time.
I thought it was awesome. You're right. So it starts off with him digging in Logan's grave. He found Logan from the end of Logan when Logan passed away, helping the X-23 and those kids out. And I was wondering where they're going to go with this. How do you get the Logan? And I thought the way they did it was it wasn't many options to get your Logan for this particular movie, but what they did I thought was good enough. So I say, how do you go into this by not disrespecting Logan? That's my thing, because Hugh Jackman's performance in Logan was awesome. All right, the movie itself, Oscar-worthy kind of movie, right? It wasn't just a regular. It was an Oscar-worthy movie, and the way it ended. So you tell yourself, how do we respect the way Logan ended, but still getting our laughs in as well? So he goes in, and I was hoping, Lord, please don't let Logan still be alive in the grave somehow, right? I was like, please don't, please. So, but to their credit, he's digging, and he just like fuck. He's pissed. He's pissed. Logan's there, but Logan's actually dead. He's dead. So Wolverine is dead. He's not coming back in this particular universe. And so he was like, in my universe, Logan is dead. But we saw that he had the time jump. But as he was talking with Logan, the skeleton now. The skeleton's out. It's a straight skeleton and the and what is it? Antimedium? Oh my god, I'm butchering. Antimedium. Thank you. I'm not gonna say that word again. I'm sorry. But it was that, right? He's talking to him, and then here comes your TVA agents, and they decide, hey, we need to kill you. And then cue on the beautiful, NSYNC music. Bye, bye, bye. How'd you feel about that? I know that was awesome.
It was just great. Constantly cutting back to him just staring into the camera, dancing, and the action sequence. Again, perfect. They know how to, all the way back in Deadpool 1, they know how to match the music and the intro together. And it was fantastic. And obviously, you see him killing these TVA agents with different bones of Logan. Just showing like when he was essentially using Logan's skull and spine as just like a mace kind of element, which is fantastic. And it ends in the sequence of him strapping Wolverine's claws to his own self, which was so good. He ends. It's a bit disgusting, but it's sort of like he ends the sequence as he goes down, releasing the claws. Like, I'm so wet right now. It's just like,
he winds up getting, like you said, the Wolverine claws on, and it goes to a freeze frame, and then he says, "All right, y'all. Well, this is actually how I got here, and I like that." So they go back now. Rewind 2018. We're talking 6 years ago now, and he's sitting in the office with Happy Hogan. If you don't know Happy Hogan, he is the chauffeur or the right-hand man to Tony Stark. 2018, Stark is still living, right? And they have the whole Avenger squad. They're the big bad Avengers right now, so they're the best thing since sliced bread. So they're on this. This is before Civil War. So mind you guys that 2018, and he's trying to get a job as the newest Avenger. Like they really go out there and just say, hey, we're hiring for Avengers, come on in, but only Deadpool style would do that. He will find his way inside the office talking to Happy Hogan. That was good. That was your first major cameo. That's how you knew, okay, this is going to be filled with a bunch of cameos. If Happy Hogan is in there, it's going to be just mounted with cameos, man. But for that scene kind of touched me a little bit because that was your first look at Deadpool has or is trying to find a reason, right? Because you want the arc of your main character to have his ebbs and flows. So he even admits, even during the conversations, hey man, when I get nervous, I crack jokes. So, and throughout the entire movie, when I get scared, I crack jokes, right? When I get my feelings hurt, I crack jokes, right? And that's what he's been. So he was talking to Happy Hogan about, I want to matter. And I really felt that because you just can't, and shout out to Deadpool, all the movies so far, this trilogy, like throughout the action and crazy drama and the comedy, there's always been like a heartfelt message, albeit not too crazy, but it was there though. Like he's just not a 125% asshole. No, he has feelings, and he's still a good guy, right? So the cameo was awesome. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And they had a little joke that why is not Tony Stark doing the interview? It was like, oh, does RDJ not do cameos? Like, it's still self-aware enough to poke fun.
Yeah.
Which is, again, fantastic. But it also lays the ground of where Deadpool is at the moment. Like he said in that thing, he's looking for a purpose. He wants to prove something to someone he loves, because obviously we leave Deadpool 2 with him having a time machine and essentially doing whatever he wants, becoming God. And so it sets the ground on where he was, what he wants for this film, or for life itself. And hey, it's happy, great to see him. He's obviously the director of Iron Man 1, Jon Favreau, and obviously helped start everything off. So having that little conversation with Deadpool was just great, fantastic. And throughout all the office, obviously being Deadpool, there's Easter eggs everywhere. So it was fantastic. And obviously, surprisingly, he didn't get the job for Avengers.
He did not get the job.
Infinity War and Endgame might have gone down a bit different.
But Happy let him know. He said, you know what? Hey, this job, your answer was because you need this or something like that. And he was like, no, people need us. We don't need this. They need us. And that's when heroes come to call. So he says, he basically said, find your medium, find who you are, and be great at that. And then we'll call you if we need you, right? Basically lying to him. But he kicked him out. So, what does Wade Wilson do? He drops the Deadpool suit and becomes a car salesman. And those scenes are hilarious. He's in there with a family, and he's just like, every answer, he's just cussing with the answer. The family's like, can you stop saying those kind of words while you're trying to sell us this vehicle? And so in typical Deadpool fashion, he's like, I'm sorry. That's what I do. I'm sorry, And you see he's living his life, and it's kind of the boring life, and he's trying to make ends meet. And, when you got Blind Al making all the money for you, Blind Al's his roommate, by the way, who she is blind. Yeah. And I don't know if her name's Al or not, but he just calls her Blind Al. Maybe her name's Alfredo or something. but she says, hey, man, where my money at? You struggling. I'm tired of helping us with this rent, and they're living in a one-bedroom apartment, so it shouldn't be that much, although it's probably New York, so ain't no telling how much it is. Yeah. But she's saying, hey, where's the money at, man? I'm tired, and I can't get my cocaine. And it's funny because he says, hey, we can't say that word because Feige won't allow us to. So they go on this montage of different ways to say cocaine. It's hilarious. And at the end, it's like, do you want to build a snowman? He was like, yes, but I can't.
It just storms off. It's so depressing.
But it shows, his friends have a surprise party. Peter, as we call him, Peter Pool, his assistant, is there, and he walks him into a surprise party. And then we have just a bunch of his friends from part 1 and part 2 that go in there and give a surprise party. His girlfriend, which is now his ex-girlfriend, we find out. They're not dating anymore. Matter of fact, she talked to a guy that's from Germany, or a German guy. So he's like, how's that going? She said, hey, I haven't got shot in that yet, so it was cool. But you see they love him, but at the end of the day, they know that he's kind of going through something, and that's why it was kind of special that they all came together, to show him, love and all that. He had the bad toupee on, trying to be a civilian.
He looks like Greg Olsen with that toupee on.
He does. Oh, he does. He does.
It's like Greg Olsen. I couldn't stop. Sorry. So Blind Al's real name is Althena.
Okay.
He's called Blind Alfred, and she lives with Deadpool in the Dead Hut in San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco. Okay, there you go. That's still a lot of money for a one bedroom. I promise you that. Still a lot of money. Trying to make ends meet. He's a car salesman, he just freaking sucks at it.
It shows that even though they've broken up him and Vanessa, that she obviously still cares. He clearly still cares for her. She just wants him to have a purpose. They obviously had a lot of people from Deadpool 2 there. They had Starfire, the alien person, who was like, I'm better than you. Obviously, Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Kimiko. I believe so. Yeah, and obviously Colossus. Hi, Andrew. And it sort of just shows where his life is. It's a bit of a down. Like, he's still a bit lost. Obviously, you've got Peter Pool trying to encourage him, saying, you're in a midlife crisis. Some people normally just get piercings in other places connect to other places. And he has this lovely speech before he blows out the balloons, and then gets a knock on the door from the TVA who wants a word of him. Now, I've got a question. Have you seen Loki?
I have not. And honestly, that's what I'm watching this weekend.
That's what you're watching this weekend?
I was like, I literally skipped season 2. I'm like, I gotta watch it now, just to fill in the gaps. I kind of been spoiled to a little bit, the ending, but outside of that, I want to watch it.
And obviously your daughter, I take it, hasn't watched Loki at all.
No, not at all.
Obviously, TVA is a massive law. Did she find that okay to explain? Because obviously, knowing Loki, I just immediately, it's the TVA. You know, they do what they do. I'm just curious: is that did she?
Nah, I didn't explain it to her. She didn't care about it. She's not that invested. But like, just as far as a single movie, a solo movie, you know, from start to finish, she enjoyed it. She had
MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She just enjoyed it for what it was. She enjoyed it. So without any backdrop, without any details, it was just a freaking good movie for her the whole entire time. But I'm gonna watch Loki this weekend. I plan on it. I plan on binging it this weekend.
It's a good show. Very good show. But
the
TVA knock on his door, immediately said to come with him. Deadpool being Deadpool, cracks some jokes. They pull out their weapons. He cracks some more jokes. And then he's dragged into the TVA and is met in front of a character called Paradox.
Paradox.
One of the major MacGuffins of the show about essentially his universe is dying because Logan has passed away because he is their oh my gosh, what is it called?
Anchor.
What's it? Anchor. That's it. That's that universe anchor, and slowly dying. It should take 1,000 years, but it turns out this Paradox guy is a dick and wants to blow it up.
Yeah. So my thing was, I was confused on that. Was it 1,000 years in his time, and just 3 days in reality?
No. So the TVA sort of is outside of time, like they don't age and all that. But to Deadpool's universe, it's 1,000 years. So like when you hit to 1,000 years for us would be like 21, 24. That universe will just fizzle out and die. But he can't be bothered to watch and wait that long.
Well, because he had mentioned about, hey, well, if you don't do this, then go back to your Earth in 72 hours. You know,
because of the bomb.
Because of what?
I assume that's because of the weird reality bomb he built. That's what he was going to destroy.
So that was his intention the whole entire time. That's what I was. Yeah. That's what I was confused. I was like, is it 1,000 years this day in just 3 days our time? Like, what? I was confused on that. But okay, I got you.
It was meant to be 1,000 years for him. He just couldn't be bothered to wait that long, so he built a bomb to destroy the reality quickly.
Got you. All right, that's the only part I was like kind of confused at. But he wanted Deadpool to basically, to wipe himself out, and yeah. So it was funny because I was wondering who were the powers above. He kept saying the powers that be that's above him, they chose you. I don't know why. So I'm very curious, who are those powers above and why would they choose Deadpool? I get it. He wanted to matter and they thought that he was a sucker, right? Well, let's get this sucker because he wants to matter so bad. We'll give him something to make him matter. And I thought that was interesting because now I'm wondering who are those powers that be, or was it just Paradox himself that lied to him and told him powers to be?
I think powers of B would be from Loki, Morbius, B-15, who's you see at the end of this movie, like Loki, you see the top of the TVA. But I also think that's just a straight up reference that Kevin Feige just wants Deadpool in other MCU movies. And you see a little reference where Thor is crying over a messed up Deadpool, which prediction, Thor doesn't know he heals, right? Like, Deadpool's going to get, shot in the chest. Thor's dying. Oh, my fellow commander. Oh, it's so sad. You're a well warrior. And Deadpool's just going to heal. And
I like they kept that. There's a few running jokes in this movie. I love it, but it was never at one point cringy, right? Never cringy.
No, I didn't find it.
So like that was one of the running jokes of like, hey, why was Thor crying? Why is he crying? What's going on with me and Thor? You know, I like that. Like, and that's going to lead to something years from now. You know, like you said, in one of these, you know, Avengers movies or something like that. So I do like that. It was awesome to see that little sneak peek. Like, why was I crying? Why is Thor crying? Like, what's going on with me and Thor? What's happening with it? So he just kept wanting to know. He had the dream, waking up. He's like, sorry, Thor, or something like that.
yeah. It was just funny. So funny. And then that's when you get the whole Marvel Jesus, because it's like, come to the MCU, forget your universe, come to the MCU. They had a great suit up scene with a very
lot of ass smacking
in prison.
Yeah, the guy that was fitting his clothing, he smacked the ass a lot.
yeah. By the way, your tailor's a predator.
yeah. That was awesome. My daughter couldn't stop laughing at that one.
But that's when Paradox obviously told the plan that I'm going to destroy. You need to come to the main MCU because people have plans for you, but I'm going to destroy your universe. The one issue I did have, and someone has pointed out, but every film has this, why would you tell your evil plan to Deadpool? It's like, oh no.
I think they literally don't know how crazy Deadpool is. They don't know that. They don't know that he is a wild card, albeit he does want to matter, but he's a wild card, and there is a slight spotlight. He has a few friends. You tell me my 9 friends I have in life, they're about to wither away in a couple of days. I don't know. I'm gonna try and stop that. You know, yeah, you're right though. Why would you even risk? But that's them also thinking that Deadpool was so naive and dumb that he would just do it just to matter. And of course, you know, you can't bite the hand that feeds you, man.
No, I understand. Obviously, that annoyed Deadpool to the point where he breaks the guy's nose and nicks his TemPad, i.e. the time travel device that lets him go to multi-universe. And we have a fantastic montage of just cameos. And have you heard of the phrase JPM?
JPM. Just playing, Mitch. No,
jokes per minute.
Okay, yeah.
Have like a high jokes per minute. It's just bang, 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 and this is a very high sequence of that. And you get Patch, you get an iconic comic book cover. You get the Apocalypse Wolverine with one hand, comic book accurate Wolverine.
The short,
absolutely hilarious.
The short Wolverine.
Yeah, he's 5'2" in the comics, ain't he?
Y'all like, God, dog, like he was super short. He was like 4'11". That was super short, man. But that was hilarious. I really enjoyed that, watching that. And of course, we get the main cameo, Henry Cavill. He's got the white beater on. He's got the muscles with the motorcycle. He's like, yo, you know, Deadpool's a sucker for muscles and abs. So he's like, yo, that you are really, really beefy for this one. And then Henry Cavill turns around. He's like, I don't want whatever you're selling. I don't want it. And he just like punches him, but he punches him to the Wolverine, who's in a bar. Yeah. And what Wolverine isn't going through a bad time? You know, a rough patch. Every Wolverine, no matter what scenario he's in, there's always this brute. You know, I hate my life. I hate everything. Just give me some more drink. You know, he's in the bar, and you know, it's funny because the bartender says, "Hey, man, I'm done. Get the fuck out of here." And he's like, "Look, just one more drink and I'm out of here, man." So you see Logan at a low point in his life. Now we have no idea what's going on, but Deadpool comes and says, "Hey, man, yeah, I need you to come with me." And he was like, "Yeah, lady, I'm not interested. Whatever you're selling, whatever you're pitching, I ain't buying." You know. And he was like, nah, right now you haven't tried to kill me or whatever, so you're my best and my only hope because I got to save my world, right? But we didn't even say, I'm moving forward, I'm sorry. But anyways, so he says, hey, let me go ahead and grab this guy. Well, Wolverine's like, over my dead body, let's go, man, we're going to fight it out. Well, Wolverine, he's got whiskey claws, a.k.a. whiskey dick. He can't get his claws up. And he takes one more nice drink. As you know, he says, I'm gonna shoot you in your head. Come on. And he pretty much drinks and he passes out. And that is how Deadpool got that particular Wolverine. Now, mind you, this whole entire time, Deadpool thought this was the way. You know, he had a plan, albeit he beat up the TVA's Paradox. I'm still going back because here is your Wolverine. So, and it was funny because when they got the Wolverine, he took his clothes off, but under his clothes, there's the iconic X-Men Wolverine outfit, the yellow with the blue. You know, and you're like, okay. It's like, why are you wearing this? And of course, that's another kind of topic throughout the entire movie that you knew we would get the answer to later on. But he drags him back to the TVA.
Yeah, he has a fantastic line because he like takes the clothes on and goes, "Oh, what's this under here? It's only taken 22 fucking years."
And I love it because the nostalgia for this movie, man. The nostalgia. Like this was, especially if you are a fan of not just the MCU, but all of it. Fox 20th Century, you know, so that's Fantastic Four, that's obviously everything to the X-Men, you know. So yeah, we that was like you said in the beginning, that was a great story for us, for those who really went through all that, the ups and downs that Fox 20th Century gave us.
Yeah. By the way, the song that played in the intro was Bye 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 by NSYNC. It has now reached number 16th of the global chart with 3.344 million streams following its appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Christian Ambrugio, how you doing, love? Always good to see you. What's up, Dan Barry Sports Highlights? Thank y'all for showing up.
But yeah, no, because obviously Deadpool wants to replace Wolverine, his Wolverine, with this one. Parallax says something like, I would have done it, but you've brought me the worst Wolverine. He's pathetic, blah, blah, blah. Really downtroddens both Deadpool and Wolverine. And then when Deadpool goes to attack, he sends him to the void. And then when Wolverine gets up and does Wolverine things, I go to attack, he then sends him straight to the void.
Straight to the void.
I say this is when sort of the main movie begins.
Right, because you get your first, you know, they're in the void, like, what the hell's going on? And Wolverine's like, yeah, screw this guy, just stabs him right in his freaking back. And like no full Hugh Jackman screaming, ah! He's just like real pissed off. No, where do you bring us? Why are we here? Who the hell are you? Kind of thing. And they get the, you know, arguing back and forth. And I thought this movie played out so well because of the chemistry between Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. I mean, you got the annoying little brother just pissing you off the whole entire time. And Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is like, bruh, you are pissing me off. But not to the point where he says, you know what, I'm going to leave you alone. No, I'm going to smack you. You know, but in their cases, I'm going to fight you. And these two get the first fight scene. And, you know, what did Deadpool say? Hey, get your favorite socks ready? You know, yeah, I love it all. And I'm going to give where credit is due, man. I'm going to give her credit is due. Like, their fight scenes were awesome between those two. And they had about 2 or 3 of those. But their scenes were awesome. It was physical. It was rough. And you could tell that Deadpool has the fast advantage. Wolverine has the strength advantage. And they played it off both in both these fight scenes. And I really enjoyed it, man. You know, I thought I wouldn't really get that as far as like good choreographic fight scenes. Yeah, I really did not think I would get that. This director has, you know, he's worked with both Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, but it was a lot of rom-coms. You know, he did a lot of rom-coms back in the day, and you know, he did who?
He did Free Guy.
Oh, he did Free Guy. Cool. Okay.
He did Free Guy.
Yeah, he did Free Guy. He did Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller, and he did a movie with Hugh Jackman. I think. He did Real Steel with Hugh Jackman, and then he did a movie with Ryan Reynolds. I forgot what that was, but he knows them both, so it was awesome to see that. But I didn't think that you know, he had the chops for great choreographic action fight scenes, and it was great throughout. All the camos we got, we'll get into that later on. But I thought it was amazing. You know, so shout out to those guys for that fight scene between them. And look, and it's awesome because the trade-off is these guys can't die. That's a trade-off. Both of them can't die. So it's like, we're going to fight and just fight and just fight till we're freaking tired. Pretty much. And that's what it was pretty much both times. So that was pretty cool. How did you enjoy those fight scenes?
It was so funny. Like, it's everyone wanted. It had a great little action piece, right? There was Wolverine crawling, and there were blows to blows. He had a little knife. It was that. It was everything. And then, obviously, their fight scene got interrupted. And I'm just looking at this director, and I think this might be my favorite director of all time, just simply of all the films he's directed. He's
got some good ones, though.
Like that. Yeah, like that. Like that. Like that. And then obviously he was interrupted with those people who survived in the Badlands. And then he was warned by a guy in a hooded cloak, wasn't he? And then obviously people turned up, which was consisted of, what was it? Toad, Pyro, Sabretooth, as is that the money? Has said favorite part, was Sabretooth getting his head cut off.
Yeah.
But the stranger jumps down in the hooded cloak, gives a riling straight, is revealed to be played by Chris Evans.
Captain America, Chris Evans, right?
Yeah, Captain America. Deadpool immediately assumes it is good old Cap, and it has a roaring speech. I think it even has Captain America's music being played to lead you off. And it's like, leave these guys to me. And was just about to say these words. Deadpool's like, is he going to say it? Is he going to say it? Is he going to say Avengers Assemble? And it's flame on.
And he goes, fuck! He's like, what the fuck? I love it. He was like, what? He was so shocked. But it even got me because we didn't, and this is where I'm going to give love to the movie script, because the Void, they used the Void perfectly. Right? Mind you, they had this Void during Loki. So I didn't know, that was a great usage of the Void when it came down to, if these timelines, Fox 20th Century, their timeline is done. Their characters are over. They're going to the Void. We didn't think about that kind of stuff. So I was like, that's Captain America, because you saw the blue, right? You saw this Captain America. And he's getting ready to say Avengers Assemble, and he says, flame on. You're like, oh, he's Johnny freaking Storm. I forgot he played Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four, which is also in the Void because they were part of 20th Century Fox. So they're in that Void area. So all those guys, and so he's flying around with his, and he's all flame on now, and he's throwing the flames. But Pyro is so, I guess, strong, just took his flames away and made them drop. So
Pyro's abilities is he controls frames, and he's putting up against a guy who's made out of frames. Like,
thank you.
And so it was a bad combination, and that's when Sabretooth jumps down. Wolverine immediately cuts his head off. Great sequence. I was expecting a bit more of a fight.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't. Because we had literally just got that fight with him and Deadpool. I didn't want to see another 5-minute fight between him because it was useless. Like, why? Unless Sabretooth had a major part in the movie, then. But if it wasn't a major part, then get rid of him fast. So, and he killed him within the first blow, and I was like, oh, yeah, cool. I was happy for that. I'd rather that than a 5-minute brawl out because it kind of would have felt pointless.
Fair. No, I get it. And then this group of ragtag survivors capture Wolverine and Deadpool by using a giant magnet for Wolverine's skeleton.
His skeleton.
Just perfect. Just absolute perfect. And then they are taken to the corpse of a giant man to meet the big bad Cassandra Nova. And what is your opinions on this big bad Cassandra Nova?
Well, look, I loved it because also she's part of the Void. But she has her own reason for being the Void, which is a comic book reason, right? Mm-hmm. So in the comics, obviously her and Charles are twins, and the mom gives birth to Charles, but she doesn't make it out. So she pretty much dies in the belly, right? But she's so powerful that she regenerated herself, but there's nowhere for her to go in life, so they put in the Void. I thought it was awesome. And she's the big bad of the Void because she's so freaking powerful. You know, I really like that part because you gotta. It's just the way they use the Void, right? Mm-hmm. For her. Now that's the one thing. Like, if I had to sit down and tell someone about her story, why she's the big bad and who she is, then that's what. If like my daughter, but my daughter's not a question type of person. So, but anybody else like, okay, why is she here? Who is she? You know, and that's what Texas explained to do. But she's also a part of, you know, the X-Men lore, so she's in the Void. But she's the most powerful, you know, thing in there, which I thought was awesome. You know, but as far as like her, what was her being there? I felt like just the way they spoke on her, she could have easily came out anytime she wanted to. But
yeah,
they had a deal, which we'll talk about later. I don't know what that deal really was, per se, but she was like, look, I'm the big bad, and I get to rule this world and be and do whatever I want to do, and I like it here. I mean something here, you know, so, but we'll talk more about her, but she's obviously a big bad for a reason.
No, yeah, I get it. And I think she was played perfectly. I think she was great. I know when we first meet her, she has that intimidating presence, literally coming out of Giant Man's skull. And you see all these classic characters. You see Juggernaut. Yes. You see Lady Deathstroke, Azazel, Pyro, Toad, a guy from The Punisher with a stripy shirt. That's where he's from. Everyone's just fearing of this guy, and she's come to investigate the latest catch. And Deadpool does what Deadpool does. He runs his mouth too much, starts putting Johnny Storm in the paper. And Johnny's like, I didn't say these horrible things about you. And he's like, yes, he did. On the way here, you're talking about how you want to screw with you and do all these horrible things. And it resulted in her ripping the skin of Johnny Storm.
It was like, whoa, wait a minute, what the heck? She literally rips his skin off, just bones and guts, and it just comes crumbling down. And I was like, oh, she's a big bad. Like, okay, like you can't mess with her at all, you know, which I thought was crazy. But she did. I like the fact that she literally saw Deadpool, and that's where Deadpool uses his advantage of being such a talker, the murk of the mouth, right? That people think, oh, he jokes all the time. He isn't really worth shit, right? You can tell that I never had a Wolverine, right? Yeah. But let's be real. There's only been in the timeline only one Wolverine per se. It feels like Logan has been being played by Hugh Jackman in every damn universe. So that's why she never had a Wolverine, you know? And so then you see she just tossed Deadpool aside because he doesn't mean nothing, right? Yeah. And that's his advantage though. He plays like he's so dumb. I'm a child that you won't Johnny Storm me because I'm not worth it to be my skin ripped off of. Because she could have easily did it to him too, right? Just rip his skin off, make him crumble. He'll find a way to regenerate somehow in some weird way. But still, right? He plays that to perfection though. She says, I don't want Deadpool. I want this Wolverine. And she was like, oh yeah, I never had one, but she knows Wolverine. She knows that he was Charles's pretty much 1A or 2A, maybe Jean Grey was 1, and then here comes Wolverine, maybe Cyclops in between all that, but who knows. But he was a big part of Charles Xavier, which is her brother. So he means a whole lot more than just Deadpool guy who talks a lot, right? So I like that. I like that she actually had an interest in him, and we didn't find out what it was till later on, but you knew that, ooh, what can I do with a Wolverine on my team? You know, and as a soldier, as a fighter for her, right? And let me get to know him first, and then we'll see. So, but Wolverine's like, you know what, lady, screw you. I'm about to just do Wolverine things, and I'm about to just chop you off. Well, you know, because that's been Wolverine's, his MO is, you know what, I don't care, I'm going for it. And he went for it, and she just stopped him. Nope, go to the ground, boom, all the way to the ground, and drags his ass. Now it's her and Deadpool. And now Deadpool is going to do what Deadpool does, talks his ass off. She gets tired of it. She said, you know what, let me see what's in that mind of yours. This is where we get the whole Deadpool hero arc comes in, right? Basically, she has to not. The difference between her and Charles Xavier, Charles can read your mind. He can read you already without even touching you. She's got to touch you to see what's going on. And so I like that part too. It wasn't that easy. Let me get my hands on you.
Creepy.
It was, because she didn't put her hands in his skull and the fingers are just moving around. But you see that he really wants to matter. I'm a fuck up. Everything I touch, I screw it up. I really want my girl to love me. I really want to mean something in this world. Not just be this goofy ass guy 24/7. Let me mean something as well. And she feels that. She said, okay, you want to really mean something. Okay. And then here comes Wolverine, stabs her from behind. And but she's so powerful, the stabs mean nothing. But then what's the big call is Elias? What's the call name? Elias or something? Elias.
Yeah, and we had a nice little callback to what Deadpool does in the comics. Oh, Elias, I haven't seen you since Loki season 1.
Season 1, episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5, which he does.
I remember that. Season 1, episode 5.
Yeah. Oh, hi, She-Hulk. I haven't seen you since Deadpool and She-Hulk's issue 4 or whatever. It's not such a great little callback. But, Elias, and apparently Elias needs to be fed. And they escaped, which I assume was on a Sentinel foot.
Yeah, I didn't know what. First of all, how convenient that was there, and how convenient that Logan knew what to do with it. I was like, where did that come from? That's TV convenient,
Yeah. And they blast off as temporarily escaping Cassandra Nova's grips, trying to find a way back to their reality and find a way out of the void. And hi, Samuel. Hope you're having a good night. And that's when they find a car, which is the opposite of what Deadpool's trying to sell at the beginning. Nice little callback. Was it? No, sorry. They walk for a bit and then they meet.
They meet Nice Pool.
Nice Pool.
Which is Ryan Reynolds showing his pretty face. He's got long hair and he's just a nice guy. But before they see him, this ugly ass dog comes out. Oh Lord, this dog is beautiful. So ugly. It is hideous. This dog is ugly, bro. It's an ugly ass dog, and the CGI tongue doesn't make it better. Oh Lord.
CGI tongue.
That's gotta be CGI tongue, huh?
Deadpool just released a blooper now of him letting this dog lick his mouth.
Oh, that's horrible. Okay.
Her name is Peggy, and she won Britain's most ugliest dog last year. So,
that dog is ugly as shit. Oh my goodness. But it's so ugly, it's cute because it matches Deadpool's ugly, right?
Yeah.
It matches Deadpool's ugly. And so they have this bond. He's like, I'm going to love you for the rest of my life, forever and ever and ever. And then here comes, Nice Pool comes out. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. So then you get this interaction between Deadpool and Nice Pool, who's played by Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds' face is showing, with the long, beautiful hair. And he's saying, "Hey man, how you doing?" No, he's a real Canadian. They have the essence of being very, very nice people. So they're like, "Hey man, like, why would you leave this dog out by itself?" And he's like, "Let me get those guns too." He had those nice gold-plated guns, and he was like, "Ooh, that's sweet. I want that." And he's like, "Can I have the dog?" He's like, "No." And he says, "Over my dead body." And I was like, oh Lord, I know that's going. I know that's going. This is Deadpool.
What they did about Nice Pool so much is you didn't like Nice Pool because he was stopping Deadpool and Dogpool being together.
Yes.
But here's the thing, and this is how Deadpool messed you up, is you should like Nice Pool. Nice Pool did nothing wrong. He helped them. He put them in the right direction. He warned them about a threat. He gave them a car. He did nothing wrong. He didn't even swear, I don't think.
He did not.
Be careful with her. She's 90% G-spot. That's like the most extreme thing he said. And because Deadpool has such a visceral reaction and hate to this guy simply because he's good looking and nice, you dislike this man, and you shouldn't. Poor Nicepool.
Which is funny because, like, you know, we rooted against Nicepool. We want to see Deadpool with the ugly ass dog. But I knew once he said "over my dead body" in a joking way, it was like, oh damn, you know his fate. You know Nicepool's fate in this movie. Well, so he gives him the what was it? The Honda Civic or something?
It was a Honda Aquarius or something like that.
And they're driving. Now, mind you, before this, Deadpool had mentioned to Wolverine, look, if you help me out, I can help you save your world, right? And you didn't know what happened to Wolverine's world. We knew it came to an end, but we didn't know what happened. But Deadpool made a promise, hey, when I get my world, my reality fixed, we'll go ahead and fix your reality too. So they're driving, and Deadpool, being classic Deadpool, is just talking without thinking. And then he uses the one little word. He says, if. To Wolverine. So as he's talking, if we can save your reality. And he said, what'd you say? And he says, blah, blah. No. Before that. Blah, blah. Before that. Oh, if we can save reality. He stops the brake. And that was it. That's all he had to hear. You lied to me. You said if. That means you're not sure. You're just winging it. And Deadpool says, what's that phrase he said? What kind of wish was it?
It was an educated wish.
An educated wish. It was an educated wish. And that sets Logan off. He said, you know what? I'm going to kill you. Obviously, they can't kill each other, but they have. I never thought, and mind you, in reality, there's a sport now where guys are fighting in cars. Have you seen that? No, it's a sport. It's one guy in the passenger seat, one guy in the driver's seat. They're sitting back. They say go, and they fight each other like UFC style.
Wow, I've not heard of this.
I saw it like a couple months ago. It's crazy. I'm not doing it, obviously, but you gotta find a way to beat this guy up in the freaking vehicle, right? Choke him out, beat him up, and there's a referee there who do calls like, all right, he's had enough, he's done, like UFC or MMA. I'm like, what the heck is this? But Deadpool and Wolverine had this epic car fight. And I never thought I'd see so much cool imagery from two guys fighting in a small ass car. and they literally go blow for blow. Now, it's mainly Wolverine really kicking Deadpool's ass. But Deadpool's getting some licks in too. But it's Wolverine really going in on Deadpool. And what happened was they really got in a fight because you saw the vulnerability of Deadpool. Mm-hmm. Wolverine said he just let him have it. You are a piece of shit, and you won't die. You'll die alone because whatever. Because God is like God. God doesn't care about you, and you're not going to save your world. You're just you're a bitch, pretty much. He said that, and Deadpool's like, yeah, because he didn't respond back. He's like, nothing. You got nothing to say now? And he said, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. Yeah, and you knew it. And a few times in this movie, Cassandra, Logan, they all hit a nerve for Deadpool. Yeah. And we didn't think he had a nerve, but there is a nerve, and that was the human element that I loved about this movie. Even Deadpool 1 and 2, and of course Deadpool and Wolverine, all this action and comedy, but there's some heart to it as well, and you feel it. And you felt bad for Deadpool when Wolverine called him out. He was like, man, you ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit, and you never gonna be shit to nobody. You don't matter at all, no one likes you. Your girlfriend, she hates you as well. All that. And it hit his nerve, and he said, I'm gonna fight you. And they go on this epic, 4-minute fight scene. It was awesome, man, in the car. But he was like, he even mentioned it, I can't kill you. That's the joke. I can't freaking kill you. But I'm enjoy trying to. How about that?
Yeah,
they fight so long, they wear each other out. I think one of the biggest laughs we got was when you found out that Deadpool was tied to a bunch of freaking car seats. the car straps, like 8 of them. He can't, like Logan got tied. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna just tie you up."
That's the entire car. It's just Wolverine's passed out asleep, and it's just Deadpool wrapped up like a zombie.
It's like, what happened?
And someone comes across the car, which has been smashed up to buggery and blood everywhere. Someone discovers, gets in the car and drives them off, and it fades. I pretty much saw, I think that fades to back. No, it fades to Paradox, doesn't it? Fades to Paradox, talking on the phone.
Because he's talking to
Pyro.
Pyro, right? Yeah.
Yeah, saying Pyro's trying to track down Wolverine and Deadpool, and apparently there's a deal between Pyro and Paradox that Pyro can escape, but they don't want Cassandra Nova to find out, because if she escapes to other realities, she's just gonna fuck shit up.
Right.
And they don't want that. So it resulted in I'll get you out if you kill Cassandra Nova. And he was like, fine, I'll try and do that. But then it cuts back to Deadpool waking up with now a sleeveless Hugh Jackman, drinking beer. He also wakes up in the Hulk's bed from Ragnarok, which is fun.
I didn't know that.
You didn't catch that? Yes.
I didn't catch that. No, that's funny. I didn't catch that.
And they meet. This sequence is so good. It's so good what's coming up.
Oh, nostalgia.
They meet a run of Fox characters, and technically one that never even got close to becoming a Fox character. This is, I think, the major spoilers, is you meet, obviously, Jess Nagata's Elektra.
Yes.
Fantastic. You meet Wesley Snipes' Blade, which blew my mind because he hates Ryan Reynolds.
Right. But I saw an interview just today. He was saying people thought I really hated. We never hated each other. He said that's been going on for 20 years. We have been cool this whole entire time.
No, that's a lie. He wouldn't leave his trailer doing Blade Trinity.
I did hear that though. Yeah, I heard about
him at some point.
First of all, screw Marvel for fucking up Blade 3 anyways, Blade Trinity. That was a garbage movie. So I'm with Wes on that. I'm with him on that. That movie was god awful because Blade 1 and 2 were awesome. I loved it. Blade 3 or Trinity, ass. Oh, ass. Yeah. Oh, ass.
Which is fair enough. That is true.
Hey, here's my question. Did Ryan Reynolds play Wade Wilson also in Blade Trinity?
No.
Okay, make sure. I wasn't tripping.
No, yeah, he played a different character, but I think it was his first superhero movie.
Yeah.
But he was definitely in Blade Trinity, and they did hate each other. They really did hate each other. And obviously you got a joke saying, I don't think I'll like you. Ha ha, you never did. Let's see. He played Hannibal King in Blade Trinity.
Oh, yeah. That was a god-awful movie. I hate that movie to this day.
Obviously, Hannibal King, of course.
I hate that movie to this day.
And the next character after that was revealed was Chayton Tannen's Gambit. And I knew Chayton Tannen was going to make a cameo.
I didn't know that.
Loved it was Gambit. It was just like he's cameoed in the last Director's Couple movies. But do you know the story about Gambit? Yeah,
so I don't know the actual year, but I knew there was going to be a solo film with Channing Tatum playing Gambit. I knew that was in the making. It never materialized to anything, but it kind of just withered away, which he was in the void. So, that's why he's in the void. Because it was there, and I was kind of excited to watch it. I was like, well, what? Because I'm an old school X-Men cartoons guy, and Gambit's my favorite character. And I was like, I wanted to see, we got Gambit in that old god awful Wolverine's origin movie, but he wasn't Gambit. This one, you knew that. I love the fact that he went over the top with the accent, right? I love it because Gambit's from New Orleans. He's so he says a lot of New Orleans accent, share, baby, all that kind of stuff. How we talk, out here in Louisiana. But he went over the top though, to the point where no one could really understand him. It's funny because we're from Louisiana, so we understood every word he said. We knew what the hell he meant. Everybody else was like, anyone else from anywhere else, they're like, what the hell is he saying? Because, obviously Deadpool, he's Deadpool. He's like, dude, who's writing lines for you? The minions? Just like, we don't know a damn thing you saying. I like that part.
Yeah, you're spot on. It's sort of like he's giving exposition, and it's sort of like, why are you giving exposition? No one can understand you.
But I love it though. You knew that I'm gonna make this character stand out, and that's what Channing Tatum did. He made Gambit stand out for his limited role that he had in this movie, and I liked it. It was funny, and everything he said was with a purpose to make people laugh. And it worked on the money. It was awesome. He was probably my favorite cameo, honestly, of this entire movie. Gambit was, just because I was like, wow, but I was already spoiled with the Wesley Snipes, and I knew he was coming. But Elektra, it was good to see her because in that movie Daredevil back in the day, which is god awful with Ben Affleck, and I like the scene where they say, how's Daredevil? She's like, screw him or something like that.
It was like, where's Daredevil? Oh, he unfortunately died. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Nah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry about it. It's like, I think her and Ben Affleck had like issues or something. Did they date each other?
They married. They got divorced.
Oh, that's right. So that's why I was putting
Hollywood
like that.
Drama.
Yeah. Gotcha. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, now it makes even more sense now. So it's just like I love it because it was just like, wow, this is like everything has a purpose in this, right? Every dialogue, you gotta listen for it, man, and you're waiting for it to be like, oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. Let me look into that. All right, yeah. So I enjoyed it, man. Like the dialogue between those cameos. You knew about the Wesley Snipes and his situation. We'll talk more about that later on, and of course, Gambit's situation. Yeah, and then the last one that comes out is X-23. Which is the girl from Logan, the one that Logan had to save her and help her have a normal lifestyle. So she's all grown up now. She's not a little kid anymore. Yeah, so I was like, oh, she looks good. She looks good. Okay. I remember in the movie, I like the fact that in this movie she spoke a little bit of Spanish for during the fight scene. Because in her other movie, she spoke Spanish the whole entire time, and she spoke little English maybe. But in this movie, she spoke English the whole entire time, and then she had one small part of speaking Spanish. I liked that part. It was like those little tiny things, those details really mattered to me. Even a throwback. But she comes there and she's like, I'm the one that heard about you guys being in the void. I'm the one that got those guys to come get you. Obviously her and Logan, not her Logan, but Logan have some kind of chemistry or whatever, So she's like, okay, if there's one thing about Logan, and I'll talk more about that when we get to that scene. But anyways, they get those guys, and they're basically saying, hey, we got a plan. Me and Wolverine are trying to go, and we got to do this and this to save my reality. And they're like, yeah, good luck with that. Matter of fact, we haven't seen Johnny all day. And Wolverine is just like, he's drinking and laughing because he know that Daredevil's about to lie his ass off about old Johnny Storm.
There was a funny bit before it was revealed the fourth member was X-23. He gets so excited that it was going to be Magneto. And when it was revealed to be X-23, it's just like, shit, now they get cheap on us.
What? It's cheap on us,
man. But yeah, it's he starts lying through his teeth about, Johnny, he risked his life. He was, like, turned out he was saying for us, thought you didn't know Johnny. Oh, we knew Johnny. And just straight up lying. And like Logan's like, yeah, he got a bad case of the murdered.
Logan's like, this dude is lying through his damn teeth, man. He's laughing the whole time. It's like, this motherfucker really sat there and got that man killed. He's trying to play it off like he didn't do anything wrong. I loved it, though. I loved it. So then they reveal, oh yeah, he got murdered, man. It's like, oh man, like, you know, he was saying some very bad stuff, you know?
But yeah, they come up with this plan about putting Juggernaut's helmet, which blocks psychic abilities, on Cassandra Nova. They're all joining in. They're like, we can do this. Yeah, momentum, teamwork. Wolverines, you're all gonna fucking die.
Hey, buddy, read the room. Read the room, please. He said, can you read the room, please? They're all excited. He was like, yeah, y'all gonna fucking die. Yeah, y'all gonna die. So then here's my favorite part. Even Deadpool mentioned, hey, we're gonna are you gonna wait till the third act to reveal what happened to you? You know, and you knew that was coming. So Wolverine's outside and he's just moping and doping and drinking. And here comes X-23. And she sits there, he's like, look, girl, I'm not here for no chit chat, yada, yada, yada. I'm not with that. She's heard that before from Logan, the other one. So, which I thought was awesome. So, and the fact that you knew that this Logan knew that a previous Logan was a reason why, you know, he saved that girl's life. So he knew that I can kind of talk to her. I know, whatever. So he lets her know in his reality what happened in this world. Mm-hmm. Basically said, I was done being an X-Men. I was drinking and I just went out and I was tired of being superhero, whatever it was. And, you know, my folks needed me when the humans came in. And I'm imagining, is it Sentinels maybe? When he said humans,
I don't know. The way he spoke about it, it sounded just like humans went hunting for mutants.
But I mean, how are humans going to kill? How are humans going to kill mutants? That's what I don't get.
I don't know.
You got Storm, Beast, Jean Grey. Only thing I can see killing them is like, yes, it's Sentinels. Ain't no humans like bing, 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 bing. You gonna shoot us? No. So I imagine it was something like Sentinels that came out there with controlled by humans. Something the humans are controlling to kill X-Men. When they needed him, he came back stumbling drunk. They're all dead. But then he revealed that wasn't the worst part. He said, I just started killing folks. You know, I lied. That was him talking to Cassandra, huh? Or was that him talking to X-23? Okay. But so he revealed that they were dead. And he felt like it was his fault, you know.
Well,
and
you've got a guy who cannot die, like they're constantly attacking. I think that would help.
Right. So and so she was like, what did he say from the Logan movie? I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy or something.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not that guy. And he's like, neither were you until you were.
Yeah, because it's funny because he said the same thing in Logan.
Yep.
To her, and I love that callback because he said that I'm not that guy. So she knew, like, yeah, you were never that guy. But there's always that good in you. You always show up when it matters the most, regardless. And I thought that was awesome because now you're playing back to the heart and the acting, man. Damn, the acting. You can see it in Hugh Jackman's eyes. It's like he's reminiscing.
He acted his butt off.
And he mentioned, I wear the suit because that's the only thing I got left of my team. I thought it was hideous. I thought it was ugly. I never want to wear this ugly ass yellow suit. But now they're gone. This is all I got of them. That's why I wear the suit. And I was like, damn, that's freaking awesome, man. I had a little tear going my eye. I'm like, damn, man. This crazy ass rated R action comedy movie about to have me crying for a second. You know, I'm like, what? And that's number good acting by Hugh Jackman. He made that scene feel real. And like I said, what Wolverine doesn't have issues, you know. So,
if you've been around for 200 years, you're gonna have issues.
Right. Everyone you love is gonna die, and this is sad, you know. And you stay alive, and you just stay alive, right? So that just freaking sucks. So I get that. And then so after that, she says, well, when we need you, when we count you the most, you come through. That's all I know about you. You come through. So they take off, headed to Cassandra. They said we're leaving in the morning. Let's go. And they take off, and it's Blade, and it's Elektra, and it's X-23, and Deadpool, and Channing Tatum's Gambit, and they're ready for action. Yeah. And shoot, they take out a bomb, what was it, a grenade bomb or something?
It was
from Punisher. This is Punishers. So I'm like, damn, because I love the Punisher, and shout out to the Punisher. He's coming back along with Daredevil for the MCU. I cannot wait for that to happen. But
start filming season 2.
Right? Oh man, I cannot wait, bro. Punisher season 1, season 2 was okay, but Punisher season 1 was amazing. I loved it. Oh, I loved it. I love Punisher season 1. Anyways, but yeah, they go in there. They use Punisher's rocket launcher. Boom, blow up the doors, and now we have those 4 come out with Deadpool, Gambit, Elektra, and West Snipes, and X-23 is 5. And then they about to start fighting, and the trunk opens up, and there's Wolverine. So he came for the ride, and you knew that he was gonna come up when it meant the most. And honestly, when you live 200 years and you can't die, I'm joining every battle. I need to keep myself excited. That's how I feel. Why would I deny a battle, man? I'm trying to keep my blood pressure going up, man. So I like that, man.
To get blood pressure up.
Right.
That's not how it's normally works. It's normally the other way around, Carlos.
Right. Facts.
Yeah, that action sequence was amazing. You had the cool slow-mo as they all enter. Everyone paused before action starts and look awesome, didn't they? And then it kicked off. And seeing these characters, like I said, this is when they showed the love to the MCU, the Fox universe, because they could have just like, oh, look, it's Elektra. Oh, look, it's Gambit. Oh, look, it's Blade. But they managed to end their characters well. You know what I mean? They went out fighting like they should. You managed to say goodbye to them. And that action sequence was phenomenal. Like the Gambit showing off his powers.
Gambit's powers were amazing. He said, I got cards, and I make it go boom. That's what he said. Yeah. And they go boom. And the way he placed it on them, and it being rated R too, so you got to see the blood and guts come out of it, right? Yes. Anything if it's PG-13, it's probably just going straight through them, nothing else, But he's placing it on their backs and their whatever, and just saying boom and clicking on that card is blowing up. It's like, yo, that's the Gambit I know. Rated R Gambit. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. And this film wouldn't work if it wasn't R. It needed to be R. Cursing first. So you've got all these characters, which I think Deadpool openly admits they're gonna die. It's just there to distract them whilst they get to Cassandra Nova to try and escape. And this action sequence, you see Lady Deathstrike, Azazel go against Blade, which is a fantastic sequence. But they get up to the skull of they get into the skull where Cassandra Nova is, and she just throws Deadpool to the side like she did, and then immediately starts probing Wolverine's brain. And that's when you find out that after the X-Men was killed by the humans, he just went on a murdering spree.
And killed, he said it wasn't just the bad ones, it was good ones too. I just killed everybody.
Women,
I didn't care.
Children, anyone. He became a monster. And as you're doing this, as she was probing into his head, you get all this exposition about what happened after the X-Men. It cuts back to the action, and they managed to take Juggernaut out by the ankles. X-23, She put her glasses on that she had in Logan and kicks butt, throws the helmet up, and Wolverine slams it down on Cassandra Nova's head, like revealing that's sort of their whole plan. And just before they were trying to persuade her, just before they managed to speak to her to let them out, she gets shot by Pyro.
But I like the fact that when Wolverine was serious about, hey, let her go, I like the fact that Deadpool knew, oh shit, like there was no like comedy stuff. Wolverine was very serious about let her fucking go. Let her go. Let her go. He's like, for what? What do you mean? Let her go. And I like the fact that Deadpool was like, oh, he's serious. Okay, let me go ahead and I like that. I like that banter between that. It was almost like, okay, Daddy's talking now. I need to listen to Daddy, and I respect it because there is a respect factor of Deadpool to Wolverine, and Logan was like, let her go, and I like the fact that Deadpool listened, and didn't do nothing stupid, and he let her go, and but go ahead, I'm sorry, Pyro shoots her.
Yeah, Pyro shoots her, and they're like, she can heal without her powers, but obviously she's got the helmet on, and they're like, we'll let you heal, just don't kill us. And she's like, no, I'm going to eat your skin. Like, she's full-on sadistic. And I think they did come to the agreement, like Logan was like, this is what Charles will do. He talks to her about Charles Xavier, and it's sort of... It sort of like talks to what's left of good in her about her brother and all that kind of stuff. So they take the helmet off, she heals, and then you find out, which is very messed up, an amateur sorcerer came through the other day. I flayed him, and he wore his skin for a week, but he also had this lovely little jewelry. She wore Strange's skin for a week.
That's just nasty, bro. I was like, ugh. She's evil. She's sadistic, bro.
She's just absolute evil. And she uses the sling ring to open a portal back to reality, and you see Wolverine and Deadpool jump in it as the rest of the heroes are killed.
Now, my thing was, like, did she actually have a way out before Strange had his device? Or she never had a way out?
I don't think she had a way out until Strange had his device, but Strange...
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, though, okay.
For a very long time. And she's had no interest of leaving until she finds out that TVA sort of betrayed her. Which is, you don't mess with me, I don't mess with you, and clearly they messed with her.
Right. Okay, I was making sure. I was like, man, I don't know if she always had a way out, she was so powerful, or when Strange came in with the device, that's when she had her way out. Yeah, so okay.
I think the understanding is we send so much crap to the Void that she will eventually find a way out. There's so much equipment. Like, technically,
right.
Loki season 1, there is Thor there stuck in a frog's body.
Facts. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Didn't make that up. But obviously, Wolverine and Deadpool escape back to Deadpool's reality. And you see all the heroes who have killed everyone sort of smile and go, we made it. So here's the interesting fact when I'm shot. You saw that weird cloud thing swoop over them. I assumed that was it. Goodbye. But maybe not.
No, but at the end, did you see X-23 was there?
You see X-23, so they must have survived.
So they must survive. I'm thinking they survived, or at least she survived. And I thought, you have her out there because you want her to be a part of the MCU somehow. I think she's gonna be a big character in my opinion. That's why you show her at the end. Maybe Wesley Snipes and Jennifer Garner, they're done with their roles as Blade. And it's funny because Wesley had mentioned there's only one Blade. There's always gonna be one Blade. And the issues going on with Mahershala Ali and his Blade since 2019, like 6 different writers now. It's like, what are y'all doing with Blade, man? It's so stupid. There's so many, like 4 directors. What's going on? So I don't know. I don't know if that meant Westside was coming back as Blade, or he's like, I doubt that. Yeah, I doubt that too. But he's like, I think it's just part of a joke. There's only one Blade. When I think Mahershala Ali, if he ever gets the opportunity, he's gonna kill it as Blade. He just gotta get the opportunity and the right script. Man, he's a damn good actor, so I know he'll bring it. So we will see, man. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, they escape into reality immediately. Sort of confront Parallax of like this is Logan, like he's our anchor point, don't kill my universe. But as they do that, Cassandra Nova walks through the portal she opened and was like, I found out I've been betrayed by Pyro. Kills Pyro right there, which yeah, and then immediately starts fingering Parallax's brain to find out about a bomb. Drags him down to where the bomb is and leaves the portal open for what people their version of the Avengers Endgame walkout, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Just loads and loads and loads of Deadpool.
Crazy.
Ridiculous. Oh, no, sorry. First things first. Dogpool runs out.
Well, Dogpool runs out. That's right. Dogpool comes out and
followed by Nicepool, who is trying to take Dogpool off Deadpool, and then the rest of the core comes out, led by Ladypool. Then you've got Headpool, you've got Kidpool.
Ladypool is played by Blake Lively, which is Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Blake Lively. Cowboy Pool was voiced by Matthew McConaughey.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I know that? That's awesome.
The guy with the Welsh logo across his head, chest, was played by a footballer for obviously Wrexham, which is his Ryan Reynolds' football he owns. But what's funny is there is a place in Wales called Welshpool. I have been there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
There's a place in Wales called Welshpool. So I'm like, this is too good. And people are like, are these good guys? Are these bad guys? And they immediately start shooting. They immediately start shooting at Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool dives for cover, which I don't know why. They could both heal. And Deadpool uses Nicepool's body as a shield.
And who would have thought the only man that cannot regenerate is Nicepool? He's like, he'll be all right. He'll come back. He'll regenerate. He's like, regenerate? He's like, what's that?
Don't worry. Over by the hot dog stand, there's a med kit. I'll get you over there. And then he slowly drags it back over, and stops, as he's getting completely destroyed. He
was like, you got dead weight right now? He said, dude, I'm paralyzed. I can't feel nothing. He's like, come on, man, you heavy as hell. I said, boy, Deadpool's an asshole, yeah.
And so, like, say it with me, you're going to survive. And like, just before Nicepool goes, I'm gonna. His head just explodes. Oh, boom! Absolute boom. So Wolverine goes, "You just murdered that man." It's like, well, it weren't all for nothing. And he pulls out the gold guns, and that's when Wolverine and Deadpool walk across the stream. You get that intro shot for the second trailer.
Yep.
With, was it Madonna singing?
Madonna, yep.
Sing, and they all line up ready to fight this army of Deadpools. And Wolverine finishes the costume by putting the cowl on.
Iconic cowl, man. I was like, let's go. I was like, they really went out and got the cowl. Let's go.
Yeah.
I didn't like that it was somewhat CGI-ish though.
It was gonna be.
Yeah. I didn't like that it was like super CGI, but it didn't bother me. But still, it had one gripe about it. It's like, it's kind of super CGI-ish.
Especially when he put it on.
When he put it on, at first, like, okay, that's definitely a green screen right there. Something going on. It's kind of funky. But hey, we still got it though. As fan service, I'm happy for it because we've been playing Wolverine for almost 24 years now.
Yeah,
20
years.
Yeah, and like we've never seen any of that at all, and we've been asking for it. They even had a teaser after with the Wolverine. Yeah, he had the briefcase, the briefcase with his iconic cowl, and so I'm like, yeah, and he never put it on. So we got it now, and I was super excited for that. They go ahead and pretty much run through all the freaking Deadpools you can think of. You know, Deadpool, main Deadpool. What do you call himself? Prime Deadpool.
Yeah.
The prime Deadpool, is he like, I am the guy, the
Deadpool. He should have just put, I know it couldn't because of licenses and businesses, but I'm the Amazon Prime Deadpool.
Oh, I did the Amazon Prime Deadpool, yeah, for sure, yeah. Yep. So him and Wolverine just go mauling every single Deadpool you can think of. Cowboy Deadpool, teenage Deadpool, Lady Deadpool. Matter of fact, I think she died first. And they epic fight scene. They're going in the bus, going and just killing. And that was awesome, man. Blood and guts everywhere. Deadpool's trying to run away. They're like, oh crap, these guys are for real. And they bust through the back part of the bus. A very iconic shot between Wolverine and Deadpool coming out. And you thought, oh yeah, let's high five. And you realize, oh damn, they all regenerate. They all come back to life. Fuck!
Those are the ones that regenerate.
Yeah, but the day was saved because we saw Peter Pool on his what was he What does he have?
Couldn't tell you what he drove.
The scooter. It's a scooter, right?
Yeah.
Well, a scooter or a bike scooter. And he comes out, pot belly showing, the suit about to bust. He's in the Deadpool suit. And the Deadpools go crazy. He takes his mask off. He shows us Peter. And everyone goes crazy like, dude, that's Peter. That's Peter. Peter Pool. They said every universe, Deadpool has a Peter Pool. And they thought he is so iconic. We're going to stop fighting because we got to celebrate Peter's here. Which I thought was hilarious. I knew something like that was happening with Peter later on. I knew something, but I couldn't tell you what it was because they had shown him so many times already in the movie. And but he comes out there and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Okay. That's how you stop that scene. Now that's how you stop a part 2, right, of that fight scene. And they're enjoying Peter Pool. And they're like, Peter, it's the guy right here. Hey, man, you heard Peter's here? Yeah. So, Deadpool and Wolverine escape out of that area.
They escape to confront Parallax and Cassandra from getting the bomb because she's gone full on, I'm an evil villain. I'm going to destroy everyone. And she has started the explosion, like things are going bad, like they race down and they meet. Wolverine's still in the cow. I assumed that would have come off, but he's still in the cow, which is funny.
I'm glad they left it there. You put it on, just keep it on.
Yeah, no. And they're talking about, there's only way this one's stop this bomb. You've got to go down, combine antimatter and matter, and the explosion will be horrific. And Deadpool is like, we can survive it. It's like, no, it'll be so horrific. Like, you'll die. And I'm like, no, come on. We just got him. Don't take Wolverine from me.
Yeah, I really thought Wolverine was going to be the one to be, done. I was like, that's obviously Wolverine.
It was all set up like he threw Deadpool out and was just about to shut the door. It's like, no, it's got to be me. Let me do this for X-Burn. And then right at the end, it was a bait and switch. Deadpool locks him out and runs.
Have you ever seen my movie, man, with Bruce Willis and they went in space? Ben Affleck. Armageddon, thank you. It was like that. Remember when they chose straws, who's going to stay and blow the bomb up?
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck character, pulled the wrong straw. And at the end, Bruce Willis kicked him out at the end, like swapped him out at the end. I thought about that immediately. I was like, oh, that was dope. Okay. Because Wolverine goes in there, and it's almost obvious this isn't Wolverine's world. It's not his universe. He wants to one last hurrah. Deadpool's got his family and friends still out here. You go out there and I'm gonna go ahead and take this bullet. Whatever. And I thought that was it. And then the old switcheroo from Deadpool, which I thought, Deadpool really, really, really wants to matter. And I thought that was really awesome to see that.
You got the whole sequence where things are getting worse. You've got like a progress bar slowly getting down of how the universe is close to dying. And you're like, oh no, he's not going to make it. Wolverine's slamming himself against the door, which is like sheer metal, but it shows that, he's ridiculously powerful.
Yeah.
And just before the universe dies, Wolverine breaks through, grabs Deadpool's arm, smashes the other side, and it creates a link, causing this antimatter conversion, deactivating the bomb. And it has a great scene where the cow's perfectly intact, but just the top half of the suit.
I know, right?
Ripped off.
It's ab central. Deadpool's a sucker for good abs.
Everything. Deadpool looks and look, I don't swing that way, but even I almost cheered.
Oh, I was like, damn, man. Hugh Jackman is pushing Danny, what? Danny 50-something, mid-50s?
Oh, he's 60, I think.
He's 60? This dude is just shredded, bro. We don't swing that way, obviously, but dude is just a good-looking guy and a great physique, man. All these years.
He's 55.
55, yeah, mid-50s, man. He's still rocking, six-pack abs and all that. So even I had to look, I was like, God, dog, dude's 55 doing that kind of shit. So,
and it cuts away. You get the impression that they have unfortunately perished. Cassandra and Nova also perished. You get B-15, who's the head of the TVA, come down and start asking Alex, what's going on? What's happened? And he starts straight up lying. He just lies his head off, doesn't he? And he's like, oh, I sent my men, they were good friends, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then they just appear that they're perfectly fine. Deadpool, like, starts immediately talking. Parallax is like, fuck!
He was like, God dog it! How did I make it? And basically he was saying, look, one of us would have died, but both of us, you can't stop a Deadpool and Wolverine together. You know,
No,
I thought it was cool. I thought, okay, that was awesome. How to spin that a little bit, you know.
Yeah, and Parallax gets punished by B-15, who they meet Peter Paul, and B-15 and Peter Paul start, you know.
I know she had a mate, man. Peter Paul, he's cool, man. I guess Peter Paul throughout the universe is just iconic, bro, because she was drooling over that man.
Oh, she was.
She wanted some Peter Paul bad.
Yeah, and after all the action settled down, all the Deadpools sort of go back to the Void. They ask, could they rescue their friends who helped them in the Void? And they're like, we'll see if that can be arranged. They then ask about the educated wish. And B-15's like, unfortunately not. Like, that made you the man you are, and the man you are saved this universe, and we can't mess with that. So, unfortunately, Wolverine's universe is still messed up. They sort of sit on the bench solemn, and Deadpool gets up to leave. No, Wolverine gets up to leave to find his own way, and Deadpool invites him back. And they meet Blind Owl. I think Deadpool has the quote saying, Disney brought him back. He's going to do it until he's 90.
Until he's 90.
Till he's 90. And the film ends with everyone from the original start, all his friends, meeting and having a laugh with Deadpool, with Wolverine there. And X-23 shot in their mask, which is quite funny because Colossus is there again. Don't you think Wolverine would be like, Colossus?
Oh, right. Well, but a different universe though.
Different universe, yeah, I know.
Different universe, so it's probably not his Colossus.
Not his Colossus.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't that kind of and I'm pretty sure he wasn't like, hey, bring it in kind of guy anyways, you know. He probably even taught a Colossus in this universe.
No, it was probably not.
Yeah, so I don't know. One thing I was hoping, and I'm still thinking, I think Marvel in the MCU still has no clue how they're gonna tie X-Men to this universe. I thought going in that this movie was going to tie the X-Men, which I meant I had a feeling they're gonna save Logan's universe, and somehow the universe collides into our universe, and now you have all the X-Men come out through there. I thought they would say something like that, but they didn't. So I think they still have no clue how we're going to add like the rebooted X-Men. You can't use Hugh Jackman forever. There's gonna be a new Wolverine. You would think so, right?
Whoa.
I know, right? I feel bad for whoever that guy is, because there's been plenty of Batmans, there's been plenty of Spider-Mans, but there's only been one Wolverine, bro. And played by Hugh Jackman for 24 years now, in multiple movies, multiple cameos. You know, he's been in at least 9 or 10 for sure. It's crazy. Whoever takes on that task, good luck, my brother, because you are going to get heavily criticized from all Marvel fans or MCU fans or just comic book geeks all across the world. So, but my thing is like, how do you get X-Men in here? I don't know.
Well, so a little bit of potential spoilers for the next couple of Avengers films is, do you know what the Secret War storyline is in the comics?
I know it deals with X-Men, but I don't know too much about it.
Secret War storyline in the comics, which it would be very interesting if the way they go, and it would be a cool way to stop this multiverse saga, is some creature, I think it's Doom with an Infinity Gauntlet, and we'll get there soon, causes all multiverse realities to start collapsing in on each other. And it's Earth versus Earth. The winner's world survives.
Oh, shit, okay.
So it would be, say, the Fox's Earth clashing into the MCU Earth, and they have to go against each other. Whoever wins that fight, Earth survives. So that's Secret Wars. So it is literally characters like Miles Morales, Spider-Man versus Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
For that Earth to survive. So that's that storyline. Obviously, you don't know how it goes, but that is not the next one, but the one after.
After Doomsday.
Yeah, after Doomsday.
How'd you feel about Robert Downey Jr. being
that was
Doom?
going to be my. That was going to be what the fudge cake movement moment.
Mama was saying now.
Personally, I think it's a bit of a desperation move.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I was sort of like, oh, cool, yeah. I watched it live. I lost my shit when it happened.
Okay.
I didn't see it coming. It was like, oh my god, that's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. You live long enough, you either die here or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. It's so true. And then I started thinking about it and like, oh, this is just a stunt to put people in the seats. And it will work. People will come back. People will watch Iron Man as Doom. Russo brothers returning as the Avengers. Good choice. Like, they've shown that they can do it successfully. But it's just going to feel very weird.
That was the one thing I was very happy for, was the Russo brothers coming in. I love their films. Every film they touched so far in Marvel has been a really good film.
That's more excited that than RDJ.
Yeah.
The problem is he's not going to be Iron Man. They said that he's going to be Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, he's going to be Doom. But I'm like, I don't know. You're right. I smelled some desperation on that as well. I didn't really like it per se. Obviously, we got to watch the movie now when it comes out in 2026 and hope that it's good. Hope that they have a good premise of what. I mean, are they going to look at him and think Iron Man, or are they just not going to know who he is at all? I don't know what's going on. But
here's the thing: is Doom's mask is literally fused to his face, so they can have it that you don't see RDJ's face, but you've paid the actor. You're going to use his face.
No, you're going to use his face. Yeah, you're going to use his face.
Obviously, he is a Fantastic Four villain first, and the Fantastic Four isn't set in the main MCU timeline. It's set in a weird parallel
60s or something.
Yeah, so maybe they're just, the whole thing is that Von Doom just happened to look like our Tony Stark. That's just how they remember.
I guess. So my thing is he going to be in the Fantastic Four movie that's coming out?
I don't know. I assume so, because they said Fantastic Four is in both Avengers, so Thunderbolts. No confirmation if Deadpool and Wolverine are going to be in those movies. I assume so. Or even if it's a joke, like a post-credit scene, like the battle's over, Deadpool just turns up and goes, oh, we missed it. Forget it, Hugh. Don't put the yellow tights on. Like,
yeah. All I'm hoping is for, y'all don't know, my favorite superhero is Spider-Man. That's my favorite superhero. I hope that Peter Parker gets his due diligence and become the leader of the Avengers. That's what I'm hoping. Is
it going to be that his journey to becoming that centerpiece of the
so like his next movie is going to be obviously him in college, being a grown man now, not more high school BS anymore, and him trying to figure out his way and becoming the leader of the Avengers. But he's gonna tell himself, I'm a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. At the end, he's like, you know what? His arc of being the leader of Avengers, obviously, he's gonna tie into the Avengers movie coming up.
Yeah, imagine his emotional distraught that he has to take down Doom, who looks
right, which is played by which is Tony Stark in his mind. So that's what I'm thinking of, like that relationship, So that's what I'm looking forward to for that, man. But to finish off Deadpool and Wolverine. Sorry about that, guys. Did that little segue. But to finish off the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, now they had a good time, and all is well. And then it goes to the cutscene, right? Not cutscene, the post-credit scene.
It goes to the credits, and during the first part of the credits, it has a little montage of all the behind the scenes of every Fox universe.
Which was awesome. I felt old watching that.
Yeah, it was a real, people loved these movies. It made people's careers. The actors loved making them. It was set to a song by Green Day, Time of Your Life. And it gets, the Fox universes do get shat on quite a lot.
Yeah.
And
it does.
You forget that people loved them. We wouldn't have a lot of the MCU and all that without Fox. And this is what I think was a love letter to Fox. It's just sort of these characters are from Fox. They could have had cameos from most modern MCU. Hell, we missed one. We forgot about mentioning the Hulk. But it was all Fox to say, like, look, this is over. Fox is bought by Disney. It no longer exists. But it had its place. It had its time. And we wouldn't be here without it, which is beautiful. And then the final post-credit scene is Deadpool proving that he didn't get Johnny Storm killed. He actually said all of the horrible things about Sergeant Nova that he actually just repeated, which I know people are a bit disappointed it didn't advance like the MC plot, but it's Deadpool. There's going to be a joke. The first Deadpool film ended with a Ferris Bueller's Day Off joke.
Yep.
And that's sort of how the movie ends. So what is your final thoughts and your opinion on this movie?
I love it. I love it, man. Honestly, Deadpool is Deadpool. If you're going in there trying to get an Oscar-worthy movie, you're out of your freaking mind. Don't do that. You come to Deadpool to enjoy it, but everything else is a bonus, is an extra. I'm not the guy that goes 10 out of 10. Maybe when I first talk about it, I say 10 out of 10, but no. I'm going to go 9 out of 10. It really made me laugh continuously. It wasn't any forced comedy. This is my kind of comedy. I like this kind of comedy. I don't like slapstick comedy. Never have. I'm more of just guys talking shit all day, but making it sound good. Ryan Reynolds is amazing at Deadpool. Hugh Jackman is the only Wolverine I can ever imagine right now. Like I said, good luck to that guy. I thought their pairing. It was a buddy cop movie. And it worked to perfection because you have the old grizzly, I don't give a fuck about nothing Wolverine. Then you have the Deadpool that just talks too god dang on much, man. You know, and he gets on your nerves, and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. And I heard Wolverine say that like at least 5 times, you know, and so, but they worked so well together. They were the movie, because if their chemistry wasn't good, then this would not be a good movie. First and foremost, I thought that they played along with each other perfect. The cameos were spot on. They're hilarious. I love the fact that there was heart in this movie. Not just action and comedy, but there were a lot of touching moments from both Wolverine and Deadpool. So I respected that as well. And I thought, as far as a summer blockbuster movie, this hit the nail on the hammer, or the whatever, the hammer on the nail, the hammer in the coffin, the nail in the coffin, whatever the saying is. But it worked to perfection. I'm gonna go ahead and say 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give Deadpool Wolverine a 9 out of 10. It was awesome.
Well, no, I completely understand, and I agree. Like, it's the MCU movie of this year, and it was everything I wanted. I am going to mention some people's criticisms, because people think the plot's weak, and some of the action. It's everything we liked about it. People really disliked. It has really split the fan base. But if you're going to a Deadpool movie, like, what else are you expecting apart from quips and like reference? Like, they reference the Will Smith slap, don't they? Keep my name out, my country's name out of your fucking mouth, as he kills someone. But yeah, phenomenal. I think this is the best Deadpool movie. I can't wait to see them again. Hopefully you get to see them again. I'm going to say an 8 out of 10. But yeah, I absolutely loved it, and I am desperate to see it again. I'm just trying to convince the brother-in-law to forget his
Yeah, I'm trying to see it again too, honestly. I'm trying to, somewhere next week, I'm going to sneak away and watch it again, because I thoroughly enjoyed it, man.
How much are flights?
Was that? Oh, yeah, no.
What's the flights? Yeah, no, yeah, I am absolutely desperate to see it again before it leaves the cinema.
Yeah. Well, guys, that is it for our spoilers, and we have major spoilers. We broke down scene by scene Deadpool and Wolverine. Go watch it before you watch this. If you are watching right now, hello, how you doing? This is the end. Tell us, first of all, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, because I'm pretty sure this will pop off after the live stream goes off. But let us know how you guys feel about Deadpool Wolverine. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Why? Why not? Let us know in the comments down below. And anything else, TJ?
I'm good. Obviously, look after yourself in this crazy world. See the movie. I hope you like it. And we'll see you next week for your regular broadcast of NFL football.
That's right.
build up first, even though we've had a whole month of no news. When there's actually news, we talk about.
Yeah, so episode 40 is back to bases, y'all. The NFL podcast. So we'll talk about Tua and Jordan Love getting their money. And so, shout out to all the QBs getting their money, man.
Successful, technically, money-wise, the most successful QB draft of all time. I think this QB draft has $1.2 billion pumped into it.
Crazy. That's crazy, man. Hey, shout out to them. All right, y'all, that's it. Yeah. But like I said, let us know in the comments down below, man, how you feel about Deadpool and Wolverine. And we'll see you guys next week for episode 40 for Tuesdays with TJB NFL Podcast. Back to basics, y'all. For the homie TJ, I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. It's another episode of Tuesdays with TJ, episode 39, our Deadpool and Wolverine major spoiler review. All sports fans and all comic fans as well. You guys know what time it is. Stay smart. Stay uneducated. Peace. Love you, mom. Love you guys as well. All right, TJ, have a blessed night, brother.
Have a great night, everyone. Stay safe. See you next week.